Finally, the return of Star Trek Lower Decks. Let's jump into our review of Season 2 right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the series Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2, which is going to be returning and premiering on Paramount Plus August 12th. 10 episodes, new episodes each week, which means that this season will conclude in October. And by the way, it's already been ordered for another season, so the third season is coming soon enough. But yeah, so it's the first time on Paramount Plus, as it was on CBS All Access, and I've been a fan of this show ever since it was announced at the Star Trek Universe panel at San Diego Comic-Con back in 2019, which I was there. That was a long day, considering like they had this, and then the Marvel panel came sometime after that. It was a fun day in Hall H. But ever since this was announced, I was automatically hooked. And we got to see a little bit of a snippet of the animation. And I was like, oh, styled like Rick and Morty, as it is from the animators of Rick and Morty and the creators of Rick and Morty. So there you have that. So if you've never seen this, I totally think you can appreciate Season 2 without watching Season 1. But totally, since you have the time, do both. Again, they're only like 30-minute episodes max. Like some are like 25, 24. So you can easily get through these. But there's so much fun. And the best part about this is that I love the adult-ish style of humor. But the voice acting work is phenomenal. The cast is phenomenal, and people truly bring it. So Tawny Newsome, Jack Quaid, Jerry O'Connor, Don Lewis, just to name a few of the cast members involved with this. And also, too, to be quite frank, if you keep your ears peeled, you'll hear some other voices that you may know that's very popular in the voice acting world. But to get into the specifics of what's going on with this season. So, first thing I'm going to say is that, again, this show is the happy medium of Rick and Morty and Star Trek fandom. You put it all together, you get this. And with that being said, there is a lot of fan service for the Trekkies. But if you're just looking for a good, fun animation that's going to make you laugh some, that, you know, obviously has this big universe around it, but you can still appreciate this for what it's worth, you will enjoy this. And sure, there's tons of Easter eggs in this season, especially episode 5, in terms of things in the Star Trek universe. And I gotta say, between episodes 4 and 5 is some of the best performances in regards to voice acting and just range or versatility. So, and then being able to provide the fan service there and whatnot is definitely between those episodes for sure. And overall, it's just a fun season, so you don't want to miss. Talking about Tawny Newsome, who plays Beckett, she's your main character both in the first season and in this, and she has this really interesting dynamic of a relationship with her mother, who happens to be the captain of the crew, and Carol Freeman. The thing about Beckett is that I feel like this season is a discovery and maybe more of a revelation of her character, as we see her almost be a thorn in everybody's side at different points. Whether it's with family, whether it's family stuff, whether it's friendship stuff, whether it's just crew member stuff. And every journey that they go on, you see her like being really combatant, to like always challenging and always having to have the last word. So it's always a little bit of friction with her. At least this is how it comes off to me. And like, it's nothing like overly negative. It's just the idea that it seems like maybe she's still trying to figure out a lot of who she is, and definitely everybody is trying to figure out a lot of who she is. So, maybe it's that weird dynamic being all meshed together, and it's just causing semi-combustible moments, but nonetheless, I will say that she's still absolutely fun. Her banter, her canter, and all that other stuff comes together. And then again, it's still that part of her that's still of a bit of a discovery, a bit of a realization of who she is, and a lot of other sorts. So like we're following her throughout this season, truly just be almost tested, shall I say. But it's still so much fun and tons of laugh. The other thing I will say about this in regards to why I did say that the voice acting, you want to keep your ears peeled, because even characters with very, very minimum roles ends up leaving really impactful moments and very funny, hilarious, hysterical, and I think that's what I like about this show, is that you may get a laugh in a direction that you wasn't expecting to get. So meanwhile, they're still building the story art and the character arcs, and still being able to keep that driven, but ran through the comedic factor of it. Because at the end of the day, like, if you don't know, this crew of them, they're like Starfleet's least important ship. Like, they're just under the wayside, so they're not always respected by everybody. And I think that also brings like another bit of like maybe importance, but yet a level of always happen to prove something to someone else. And you see that kind of through everybody else. And then there's totally people who are just completely naive and just happy to be there. And that's also funny too. So like, it's definitely a big mixture of different personalities and characters all brought together. And it's just really fun. And it all exists in the Star Trek universe. So that's the really big and funny, important part about this. But yeah, folks, it's hard to really talk about things without spoiling to you all, because there's definitely some really interesting things I want to bring up. But I'm going to keep it at that. That way you all can enjoy it and check it out, as it will be premiering on Paramount Plus August 12th. This is Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2. Folks, jump in the comments. Let me know your excitement for the return of this season, your theories, all sorts of everything. Who's your favorite characters? I want to know that too. And as always, folks, stay tuned, because we got more reviews coming very soon. Thank you for watching, folks. Big old bell.